What's going on, guys? Brad here with BBs4Breakfast, bringing you my personal setup for my VFC SCAR-H. So obviously the base of this gun is a VFC SCAR-H or Mark 17. So we'll go ahead and go into the external setup of the gun. This gun is going to feature a polymer lower receiver and stock and a metal upper receiver. Just like any SCAR, it is fully ambidextrous minus the bolt release. So that includes the fire selector, the charging handle, which you can move to either the left or right side of the gun. You have magazine catches on both sides as well. The stock obviously folds. On mine, like I said, I did get this one used. So normally it would have a little hinge here. You would not have exposed wires, but the one I got used, the guy upgraded this to 16 gauge wire and got rid of the hinge. So it snapped back into place. This stock actually does lock to the side, which is pretty nice for storage. You can see right here, you've got your 6-position adjustable stock and 3-position adjustable cheek rest here. What I run on mine, I run a VFC PEQ box. It's got the built-in laser and flashlight, but since the flashlight on the PEQ box is not very bright, I run a Night Evolution replica Enforced weapon mounted light. This is a actually very good replica of the actual light. I didn't have enough money to afford the complete real version of this light, and this definitely does the job. It's pretty bright. You've got your little safety mechanism here, this little latch you can put up and down to make sure you don't accidentally hit the flashlight. It also has a strobe function. By just flipping this little lever here, you can go from a solid beam to a strobe. I also have the PTS blackout, AAC blackout flash hider for the SCAR. Another thing I have externally is a modified MOE Magpul MOE motor grip here. The previous owner had to modify this a lot to get it to fit, but it looks really cool and I really like it. Also externally, because the SCAR has very small sling mounts, I have attached some key rings to the rear and front sling mounts on the gun, so that way I can use my sling a little bit easier on the field when transitioning. And then I run a G&G replica T1 sight up top and a G&P quick detach stubby foregrip. So, and then I also obviously have the basic SCAR flip-up sights. So that's the basic external setup. As far as the internal upgrades go on this gun, I got it used, so it came with a couple pre-installed upgrades for me. I've got a Lonex A1 motor in here that allows for a really, really nice, crisp trigger response and a much higher rate of fire. But with this motor, at least in this gun, I have to run it on 11.1. If I run it on anything lower than that, the rate of fire and the trigger response is extremely low, and you can actually see that in my last gameplay video if you want to go check that out. It's from January 10th, where I have this gun, but I'm running it on a 9.6, so the motor is not going very fast. I also have a Mad Bull 603mm tight bore barrel on the inside for a little bit better accuracy. That was courtesy of the previous owner as well. The previous owner also upgraded the wiring to 16 gauge wiring, as you can see back here, by replacing the hinge that would normally come in the VFC SCAR. And he also wired it to Deans for a little bit better trigger response and slightly higher rate of fire. So overall, I really, really love the build of this gun. This is my new favorite gun. I really haven't had too many issues with it, other than the previous owner put a lot of modifications onto this gun. He actually took out the hop-up wheel in here and replaced it with a screw, so I actually have to take a screwdriver and tighten it. I guess that could be a good thing, so you can have much more precise hop-up adjustment, but it's a little bit of a pain for me because I have to actually disassemble the gun in order to adjust the hop-up. One of the issues that I had is the right side selector, actually does not work anymore. I do have the parts to fix it, I just haven't taken the time to actually go in and try and do it myself. and I don't really know if I trust myself to actually fix it, so I just kind of left it as is. which can be kind of a problem because normally I am a left-handed shooter, so I have to use the selector over here on the side, which can be a little bit of a pain sometimes, but it's really not that big of a deal. Overall, this is definitely a gun that I recommend you guys look into. It's awesome, especially for you lefties. This is something you need to get. I love the SCAR. I'm so glad I got it. I also really like this gun because it is very light. Obviously, I'm not the biggest guy in the world, so having a light gun is definitely a huge plus, especially with all these accessories on here. It doesn't even weigh that much. I'd say it probably weighs 8 pounds max, probably more like 7. It's a lot lighter than my LM4 is, and I don't have that much stuff on my LM4. So this is definitely a really, really awesome gun to have. So if you're looking for a simple gun, looking for something that's light, something ambidextrous, something even compact that you can use in a CBD environment, this is definitely something you should look into. I love this gun. I'm so glad I got it, and I don't think I'll ever get rid of it. So that's going to do it for our video this week. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel for more awesome reviews and gameplay footage. And as always, my name is Brad with BBs4Breakfast. Stay classy, subscribers. Probably weighs about 70 pounds or so. I say 70, I meant 7.